about that? Have you checked out my new gaming videos? No? Well, what are you waiting for? Let's go on cry. No! Okay, I'm not going to cry, guys. You must act your age. We must act our age. But it's going to be a very sensitive subject, so I better make you laugh first. What's the difference between ignorance and apathy? I don't know and I don't care. I love this. What do you call a cow on a trampoline? Milkshake! What did O say to 8? Nice belt! Yeah, I can see that. He has a very nice belt. It is very important that you realize that acting your age is one of the most important things you should do as you grow up from a kid to a young man to an adult. You should always check yourself. Just like you should check how much you eat and how much time you spend on your schoolwork. First, it is time you spend on playing on your iPad. You should learn to check how well you are behaving. Given your age, if you are 9, don't behave like you're 5. We have a 4-year-old little brother who gets very upset when he thinks my sister and I are laughing at him. He goes from 0 to 60 in 2 seconds flat. Is that 2 seconds? No, I don't think so. But you get the point. It is too bad that he's not a sports car. My dad loves sports car. He always talks about getting a Corvette or a Porsche. I think he likes Corvettes better. My little brother always wants everything I have. If I get a dinosaur, he wants a dinosaur. I'll get a G.I. Joe action figure. He wants one too. I'll have bacon and eggs for breakfast. He wants that too. I'll have a peanut butter sandwich. Yeah, you guessed it. He wants one too. But why am I telling you this? Because if you have a young brother, you can observe his behaviors as a rule of the things you should not do. In school, kids my age behave like my little brother. They do not listen to the teacher. They have temper tantrums. They are often talking during class, and many of them break school rules, even though the principal repeats them every day, like no cell phones. Cell phones are not allowed, yet every student seems to have a cell phone in their pocket. Acting your age is extremely important. Age is more than a number. Age is a type of identification. If you are 9, people expect you to act at least like a 9-year-old. If you are 15, you must act like 15. If you are 40, you must act like a 40-year-old. My dad often points out how adults act like they are 5 years old when they are actually 20 times older. Yes! They are a lot of adults that act like babies. They complain, they have temper tantrums, and they are like my little brother. Hope he isn't listening. They want everything everyone else has. The key in acting your age is to never act the age you are. What I mean is that you are 9. You should act if you're 10 or 11. Like 2 years ahead of your present age. Why? Because that's the way it is. Life is not a discrete number. Life moves like shingles on a roof. One shingle does not meet the other perfectly. They must overlap to practice from water, sun, and snow and sun. Acting your age is protection. There isn't a first human. There is no human number 1 and human number 2. Life is not like the rooms in your house, the bathroom distinct from your kitchen, the bedroom delineated as different space than your living room. Life moves instead like swaths of paint on a canvas, and blotch of paint coalescing with one another. And you know what? This happens whether you like it or not. So why not do it on your own? When you're 8 years old, you're actually preparing to become 9. When you become 9, you begin to prepare to become 10. Your body is constantly moving from transition to transition. I know. Another big word. Life is like a scary frog. It'll hop from lily pad to lily pad. This is why you must act a few years older than you are. Because if you act your age, if you act the exact age that you are right now, then you will be acting as if you were younger than you are. Do you see what I mean? When you turn 8, your body begins to start the process of becoming 9. This also means that when you turn 9, your body, your mind, and your feelings did not go from 8 to 9, but from transitional 8 to transitional 9 on your way to transitional 10. Let me paint you a picture. 9 years old, transitional 7. 7 years old, transitional 8. 8 years old, transitional 9. 9 years old, transitional 10. So if you're 8 and act like 8, you're acting like 7 or like 6. Okay, enough of that. I'm making myself into a pretzel. But they're good though. Acting your age and acting a little older than your age is extremely important. I talked to my dad about this, and he liked my idea a lot. He was so excited, he gave me a Snicker bar. Yum. He said that acting your age could be compared to driving a car. He told me that I am too young to drive a car now, but when I am old enough to drive a car, it is always a good idea to use my entire windshield and my rear view mirror. The windshield is large and open, so you could see several cars ahead, so you could see problems coming. And the rear view mirror is small and narrow to see behind you for problems coming behind you. He said, you see, cars never stop moving, so you have to constantly look forward, and because he said, you see, cars never stop moving because you have to constantly look forward and behind you because conditions are constantly changing. See, guys, not acting your age is like driving a car with your eyes closed. Acting your age, maybe a little older, will help you see ahead and check your behavior and meet people's expectations. Acting your age will help you see the bully coming, will help you prevent problems, and will help you to protect yourself. Step outside and look at yourself. Yes, you can do this. My dad tells me to do that all the time. Mason, there's more than one of you. Use them. So yes, step outside of yourself and check yourself. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering, I made a whole separate video on this, so go check it out. But watch this. Yeah, watch that and come back to this. Remember the timestamp too. If you see yourself getting upset quickly and having temper tantrums, demanding things from your parents they already told you no and oh, then you're acting like my little brother. You're acting like a 5-year-old. Grow up! Acting like a 5-year-old can happen to you at 10, 15, or 40 years old. Yes, 40 years old, I know. Acting your age will also keep you safe, because by knowing what to expect of others, you will know to expect of others. You will see others around you not acting their age, and you should stay away from them. By the way, a bully is a person who is not acting his age. He is a baby or an adult inside the body of a 10-year-old. Can you imagine being in a body that's too big for you? Can you imagine being in a body that is too small for you? It must be awful, disgusting, disturbing, annoying. This is one of the reasons why bullies are stupid and useless. And if you are a bit offended that I called them stupid and useless, then, well, I am sorry. You can just go on to another YouTube channel, but believe me, no one needs a bully, I can assure you that. And if you don't believe me, just look at the news. Google Drake Hardman. He is a Utah boy who killed himself because he was being bullied. Do you think the bully who bullied Drake feels bad? He's a boy just like me. Well, not like me. He's close to my age, and we kids don't care. We forget pain and we forget happiness. This is why you and I need to grow up. But even if he feels bad, why does it matter? Drake is dead. Nothing will bring him back. His parents and I am sure, are very sad. His parents might even get divorced. My dad told me that events like these affect the family catastrophically, like when an asteroid hits the Earth and killed the dinosaurs. The question you should ask yourself is, am I acting my age? The question is very important. The parents of the bully who caused Drake to kill himself, the teacher, the school principal, who did nothing to prevent the bullying, should ask themselves the question, am I acting my age? If they did, they might have realized that they were not acting their age and done something. They might have realized that they are acting irresponsible, lazy like a teenager, indifferent like a 5-year-old, scared like a 12-year-old. Drake Harmon died because adults were acting like children instead of adults. In Lord of the Flies, great novel by the way, Ralph says to Piggy, "Aren't there any grown-ups at all?" "I don't think so," the fair boy said this solemnly, but then the delight of a realized ambition overcame him. In the middle of the scar, he stood on his head and grinned at the reversed fat boy. No grown-ups. Dad says that bullies exist because there are no adults, or rather, there are adults, but they act like children. Children cannot care for children. In general, children cannot be expected to be nice to children. Like a grandmother used to say, "Honey, it's the toss of the coin." Schools have become coral islands, and as long as there are adults acting like children, there will always be piggies and jacks. This is from the novel Lord of the Flies. Guys, please act your age and be aware when others do not act their age. Not acting your age will hurt you or it will hurt others. Check yourself. Always ask, am I acting my age? More importantly, are others acting their age? Remember, if someone is not acting their age, run away. So please grow up and man up. Peace out!